original attic space with a stair that is steeper than a 45-degree angle. It was covered in carpet, and here you can see very minimal head height. On the corner of that front dormer, you bang your head all the time. Barely enough room to stand up. At the center of the attic, it was about 6'2". Here is a temporary roof we put up when we took off the shed dormer that was over the stairway.
Here we see that the roof has actually been modified. It seems to have started out as a cabin by the lake and then was made into a bungalow style structure around 1938 as near as we can figure it. This has led to some interesting framing details. Notice these roof rafters that were just extended with, oh, it looks like about a 4-inch overlap there. Makes you wonder how things held together. This was filled with loose fill insulation. We can see that in these bags here. We've taken out probably 40-50 bags of insulation, some of which can be reused. That looks like an old window frame in the old structure. You can see over on this side, chimney, which was for the furnace. Now we're considering filling it with either sand or possibly phase change salts with a glycol tube loop to a solar collector to make that a source of thermal mass. And you can see another problem right here in the floor. Old knob and tube wiring. That's all got to be removed, and essentially we've discovered the house has to be rewired. Before you got to this structure, you had to remove a lot of ceiling materials and floor tiles. The floor tiles
Where a lot of our structural problems really became apparent. I'm standing right now on the boundary of the original house. The house, as you could see from the roof lines, was a much smaller lakeside cabin built in 1911. And in 1938 they extended this out to its current bungalow shape. But what that means is right here, which is right above our living room, was an old porch in the original house. And they just extended the house out. The problem is they did not frame that anywhere near adequately. So you can see that in 1938 that it was the middle of the Depression, and so they just kind of scavenged materials and did what they could do. Here's our front dormer, which is right over our living room. And you can see it looks like they hacked at these rafters with a hacksaw to lower them an inch or two. They're not framed adequately at all. They're just nailed together in the middle, and there's a slope that's about 4 or 5 inches on this front dormer, and these floor joists span perpendicular, are just face nailed to these other floor joists that are probably old attic rafters. You can see where the original roof line would have tied in right in that corner right there. But this floor joist is a 2x6, which spans about 18 feet. So when you step, the entire thing shakes, and this is understructured by about 10 times what current code would require for a space like this. So this is one of the main reasons we have to entirely redo this structure and build a new floor plate. For memory's sake.
Today's the 4th of July, and as you would expect, no construction. For that reason, there's a temporary roof with just plywood tacked down, and then we'll go outside in a moment and see that over the plywood there is a single tarp that goes from over the ridge here all the way down across the sloping roof and onto a little platform which is over the breakfast area and will be a new bedroom. we're on top of the roof. This is the area where we were filming before, and this is the flat platform above the breakfast area. As you can see, it rained last night, but the good news is no water inside the house. And you can see from up here we're going to have a beautiful view. You can look across the backyard.
Isn't that nice? When you go in there to buy a new Sawzall, don't say top of the line. Don't say what? Don't say top of the line. Top of the This is what you get. Yeah.
Try and do in a recycling renovation to keep the embodied energy low is make use of the existing materials, and we've done that in 3 ways. First, a lot of the framing materials we've pulled the nails from and stored here and other places in the shop, and we'll reuse those. We've bagged this loose fill insulation for use in other buildings, and we've recycled.
We could demo all of that.
Yeah.